What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin and Dallas. Donnie will be joining us a little later. He's running a little late today, so hopefully he should make it before our picks today, which is totally fine. He'll just be joining us a little bit. Week 5 of the NFL season has wrapped up. It was not a great week for our picks, but it was a very entertaining week for football itself. We had a lot of big upsets starting off with Thursday Night Football. San Francisco went and got the dub there. We had a bunch of just crazy shit happen, which we will all get into. Detroit, obviously, with another great victory on the road as we go into our second road game in week 6. And yeah, we'll get on to that. Let me just tell everybody these great picks. This was maybe the worst week ever in podcast history. This could be up there. Let's just say number one was at a 500. That's
Damn.
it.
Ooh.
In last place. In last place was me at an astonishing 3-11.
How?
Oh my God.
Bro,
I feel like you didn't like stray too far off from the rest of us.
I really didn't. It's that bad. I'll go down and explain it.
I need to get first place this week.
It's that bad. Second place, because there is a tie for first. So second place is Colin
Damn.
at 6-8.
Damn. Was I really that bad?
And first place was a tie between Dallas and Donnie at 7-7.
Damn, that's crazy.
So
All right, we need to go down the list.
Total overall records right now as it stands is Dallas still holds first place at 47-31. Colin, and actually a close second at 45-32. So he is 2 games behind first place.
All right.
Donnie 5 games behind first place, overtaking me at 42-36, and then I'm 6 games behind first place at 41-37. So really, honestly, not
this week really tanked you.
Six spots between first and last isn't crazy.
So you're last overall now?
Yes,
Yep.
I am. Donnie just beat me over by 1 game. He had that 10-6
I'm
week
glad
last
he's not
week.
here to find that out.
I'll have to tell him eventually.
No. We're just not going to tell him.
So
You gotta
rolling
watch
down-
the pod to find out.
So rolling down the line, we all went with the Rams, and San Francisco went and got the dub on Thursday Night Football. So then came the 9:30 London game. You guys all went Minnesota. I went Cleveland. And honestly, Cleveland should have won that football game, but they choked. They really choked. One of my first wins, Cowboys at Jets. We all took the Cowboys. Donnie took the Jets. That was a huge loss for him. Another one of my wins, I took the Saints over the Giants. So did Dallas and Donnie. Colin, you picked Giants. And then I took the Raiders over Indy. You guys all took Indy. Raiders got smacked. Donnie, Lone
Shocked.
Wolf. Donnie, Lone Wolf, the Panthers, and they got the win. Us 3 picked Miami, which was not that good. Dallas, Lone Wolf, the Broncos.
Hell yeah. Let's
Us-
ride.
Us 3 picked Philadelphia. Colin, Lone Wolf, Houston, and they beat the brakes off Baltimore.
Let's go.
So we all picked Arizona in a wild loss, which we will probably get into on the podcast. I was the only one to pick Seattle in a barn burner.
Man.
That came down to Sam Darnold throwing an interception. You guys all picked Tampa Bay. My third and final win, we all picked Detroit. So that was a green, actually only green, all green this week. We all picked the Chargers and they lost.
Damn.
Bad, too.
Donnie,
I'm shocked.
Lone Wolf, the Patriots. Us 3 picked Buffalo. And then everybody picked the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. And as we saw last night, the Jacksonville Jaguars got it done. So going down the list and talking about these games a little bit, we'll start off with, I feel like we could get to these pretty quickly without Donnie here. Rams host the San Francisco 49ers, and it was actually a pretty good game. But honestly, the 49ers looked very well, and they got it done. I'm trying to even remember anything big that happened in that game, but it feels like
It was the fact that it was just a team of backups that beat the
was.
Rams.
it was.
Like-
It was like every wide receiver was about. Their 3 starting wide receivers were out.
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Parcells, and Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, you got Kendrick Bourne, Jake Tongues, the tight end. You got Demarcus Robinson. MVS was in the game for a catch. Like, just had a bunch of backup.
Hey, Kendrick Bourne, man, he had a career game.
10 catches,
Unbelievable.
142. Oh, man.
Great game. Minnesota, Cleveland. We will actually, we could just talk about it now. Minnesota sits Joe Flacco, and he is now traded to the Bengals as of earlier today,
Yep.
which is crazy. Dylan Gabriel, his first start didn't look terrible, but that Minnesota defense is definitely not the worst in the league. So honestly, I'd say it was an okay start for him.
Pretty good against that defense, in
Yes.
all honesty.
I just think it was
starting
a lot.
a game in literally another country,
In London too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he just, I was a little harsh on him when I watched because I did actually watch the full game. I usually don't get to watch a lot of the full London games, but I did,
Same.
and I was kind of harsh on him because I was just every pass was a short route to the running back. No matter if a linebacker was going to absolutely blow him up or not, it was a short route to the running back. It was a check down. It was something small. But you guys are right. Like, first NFL start in London, in a different country, against a probably top 16 defense, or at least top 20. Like, I couldn't be that harsh on him. I need to see more. So, I'm not going to absolutely kill him for that. They play, like, Pittsburgh this week, which is another hard opponent. So, I think we just need to see more of him, and we can really tell what is going on with him.
Yeah, my only complaint would maybe be a little bit more completions. Like, just get the accuracy up a little bit.
I feel like he needs to use his legs a little bit more. Dylan Gabriel's got legs. I feel like if
he
he
could
could
definitely roll out for sure.
Yeah, and that was one thing that I actually bet on was an anytime touchdown from him, and I'm not pissed at hit. I'm just surprised he didn't utilize his legs more than because obviously we see a lot of quarterbacks utilizing their legs in the NFL. But I mean, I respect him for just trying to stay in the pocket and actually get the pass off. I think he just needs some more wide receivers. Bowling Green legend Harold Fannin Jr. is actually turning out to be a great tight end, which you love to see it.
Which I mean, ever since Marshall put him on my radar, I was like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. Like because I watched that Bowling Green Toledo game, I'm like, yeah, this guy's the truth.
He really is. And I remember I had said something, and Donnie was like, oh, no, whatever. I was like, no, okay, this is actually the only guy that actually has a chance at making something because he was a diamond in the rough on that team. Dallas went to the Jets and put a beat down on them. It looked a little bit closer right there at the end. The Jets actually got a couple touchdowns right there at the end, but the Jets are just in a world of hurt. And I'm like Donnie, who would sit here and bash Justin Fields. He had a lot of garbage time yards and touchdowns, but I still don't think all of this is on him. This defense is supposed to be like a top 10 defense in the league. That's what they're getting paid like, and that's what they like. Sauce Gardner, man, he has been kind of like he hasn't really shown up. I feel like in this season or even the end of last season, I feel like he just kind of isn't there. That D-line is getting walked on. I mean, the Cowboys are a good offense, but no CeeDee Lamb, and you're still getting that many points put up on you, and you're supposed to be a good defense. Like, no discredit to the Cowboys offense. I think it's just the Jets defense was supposed to be really good. I'm not sitting here being like, yeah, it's all Justin Fields' fault, like probably Donnie would, but I'm sitting here saying, man, it doesn't look good for that entire team.
Speaking of the defense, would you say this is an Aaron Glenn problem, or like this team just sucks?
I think Donnie told me a while ago, or he was someone that said it, that usually like a coach. So if you're an offensive coach and you become a head coach, the defense usually plays good. And if you're a defensive coach and you go to head coach, the offense plays good. And I feel like it could be a Glenn problem. And, there was always a joke in Detroit, the Glenn coverage, even though he was a good defensive coordinator.
Oh, well, there we go.
There's Donnie.
Speaking of, we'll just kind of cut it here.
Yeah, he didn't even miss much.
Anyways, what we were saying, welcome Donnie to the podcast. We were talking about how the Jets are they are the only 0-5 team, only winless team in the NFL currently, as both the Saints and the Titans got their first wins this week. It's a very bad look. And Donnie, I was actually just explaining, I think you said this to me one time, that when a defensive coach goes to a head coach, the offense always plays better than the defense, and the defense just sucks. Or when an offensive coach goes to play head coach, the defense is better. Glenn's a defensive guy. And all of a sudden, this defense with Sauce Gardner and a great D-line, good linebackers, is non-existent. I mean, Dallas offense is okay, but 40 points when you were supposed to have a good defense is kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember ever saying that, but it could have been something I said. No. But, Dallas has one of the best offenses in the league. Like, the only reason that team is good at all is because Dak is like playing near MVP level. So I don't know. I expected the Jets defense to be better, but they're lost right now. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Justin Fields looks great at times, then he looks like old Justin Fields. I think that Jets defense is just overrated. I think going into the year, like a lot of the pieces, like Sauce is not good since like his rookie year. Like that defense is just too overvalued by the average fan. Like it is not. It was good 3-4 years ago, like when Saleh first took over. Like it was good then. That was a long time ago.
Unfortunately, it's like he sensed it. He picked the perfect time to join because the next game we talk about is the Giants went and played the Saints in New
He could
Orleans.
sense it in the air.
Bro was like, hold on, they're about to get to the
This
Saints
is all I
game.
need to tune in for.
I
This
was
is the
really
only game
hoping
that
that we would get past this game.
I did too. I literally
You
was
win
thinking,
the
I
fuck
said, yo,
back.
if we get to talk about this game without Donnie, it'd be perfect. But the Giants go into New Orleans, and they did not play good at all. Jackson Dart, I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, but then he threw 2 crucial interceptions. Cam Scadaboo had
And a fumble. And a fumble.
He did fumble, and Scadaboo had a fumble. Rattler didn't have a bad game. The one big play I saw was that 93-yard bomb to Shaheed. He is just he's the definition of
87. It was 87 yards.
I thought it was 93. Okay.
Nah.
87.
You might have thrown it from the 7, but
No, I swear I had saw something that was like 93-yard touchdown, so I just must have missed
He
it.
threw it 93 yards into the end zone. Damn, dude. That is the Rattler for you.
if he did
What a
that, you
dog.
know what? I'd get on that bandwagon.
It was the first win for the Saints, though, against the Giants, though. So, I mean, what else can you say? Donnie, I'll let you have your moment.
Hey, what can I say? Spencer Rattler's that guy. I mean, who the Giants play last week? I can't even remember. I remember
Chargers.
Which is a
Oh,
pretty
man.
good win for them.
man, Justin Herbert, that fucking MVP candidate, the belle of the ball.
You see those.
Hold on. Let me have.
Go ahead.
He, belle of the ball, everybody's MVP, top 5 quarterback, all that bullshit. He struggled with the Giants defense, but Spencer Rattler went up there and fucking carved him up like fucking a hot knife through butter.
Carved
But yeah,
him up.
Spencer
Taysom
Rattler,
Hill carved him up too.
I don't want to point this out to
Taysom
Donnie,
Hill,
but
1 for 1 for 19 yards. Do not
That is-
say.
that is a better
Uh,
QBR.
hey, I don't want to point this
I'm
out to
looking at
Donnie.
the QBR too. It's first off, it's not a better QBR. It is a
I
better
meant
quarterback.
quarterback
Those
rate.
are
That's
two
what I would say.
different things.
I don't want to point
No,
this out to
Spencer Rattler-
Donnie, but the Saints beat the Giants. Giants beat the Chargers. Chargers beat the Chiefs.
So
Man.
basically, Spencer Rattler's better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm glad you said it, and I didn't have to. But no, I mean, everybody can hate on Spencer Rattler if they want. Like, if you look at every box score, yeah, they're bad. He is nowhere close to the reason. In this game, he was 21 for 31, 225, and a touchdown. When you're throwing to Jawan Johnson, and Raheed Shaheed, that's as good as you're going to do.
They also have Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave. Come
Alvin Kamara, as an Alvin Kamara fantasy owner, that man ain't done shit. So that's all. He's also somebody who's suffering for how bad that team is. But
Maybe you should drop
it's
him.
it's not like
on. So Colin can pick him up.
it's not like 31-year-old Alvin Kamara is like the end all be all. Like, he's an okay weapon at this point in his career. He's not what he was, but Spencer Rattler is just a guy. I think he is Spencer Rattler is great.
I think you said Spencer Rattler at
I'm
least
so-
6 times in the last minute.
No, I'm so hyped. Dude, I've been on this man's bandwagon since fucking Oklahoma, and he sucked
No,
at
we
Oklahoma.
know.
And then
We
he fucking went to South Carolina and was okay.
I usually don't give credit to where credit's due to Donnie, but if Spencer Rattler ends up sticking it out with the Saints,
Oh my God.
they end up having a decent rebuild, and the Saints become good, and Rattler's actually a good starting QB. That we got to give Donnie his flowers because man has stuck it out through thick and thin. Because we know Tom Kennedy ain't gonna make it, so it's got to
Yes,
be
he is.
it's
Tom
got to be
Kennedy-
Spencer Rattler.
And Tom Kennedy's gonna, dude. Imagine if we get Spencer Rattler throwing to Tom
Okay,
Kennedy.
all right, yeah, there's where we move on. Is coming out.
I was just gonna say-
real talk. Usually, like a team that bad, like especially drafting Tyler Stroud, like most of the time, like they're gonna opt into starting the rookie quarterback. Like you can't if you're the Saints because like he's not gonna play better than what Spencer Rattler's gonna play. Unless Rattler starts throwing like 2-3 interception games and like gives them a reason to move on, like they could only win 1 game all year, but you're not going to switch a quarterback just because Rattler is so clearly not the problem. So like that's kind of what I'm optimistic about is even though the team sucks, like he's going to get a long leash as long as he keeps playing. So the Rattler show is here to stay.
I definitely agree with that. Not the staying part, but the leash is long.
He
with him
agreed
right
with
now.
all. He agreed with all.
I just have one question. How different does the Saints team look with Derek Carr at quarterback? Because he retired during the offseason. Like, would this still be like the same team we're looking at? Or do they get an extra win or two with Derek Carr? I don't know.
They would be the exact same or worse. I'm not going to lie. They would be Yeah,
I feel like they
like I
would have.
said,
I feel like they would have started better, and they probably would have gotten their first win early. But I feel like Derek Carr's at that age where as soon as Bro starts getting hit more and more, and the injuries go down, like at least Rattler is younger. He can take those hits, and Bro can move. Derek Carr is kind of a statue, and like honestly, once he gets hit a couple times, he's gonna be like, Bro, I can't do this no more. Like if he was
Well, he said that
contemplating
during the offseason.
if he was
Can't do this
contemplating
ever.
retirement, then he wasn't gonna make it.
I really don't think there would be any difference at all because it's not like Spencer Rattler is like we're not seeing him make egregious errors or like throw interceptions. Like, what's Derek Carr going to do that Spencer Rattler hasn't done? Spencer Rattler's been decisive with the ball. He's put it in good windows. Motherfuckers are just dropping it, and that's the reason they're 1-4. Like, it's not. I think even with Derek Carr playing his best ball, I think they're still at max a 3-4 win team. So.
All right, moving on. We'll breeze past a couple of these games. The Colts put a beat down on the Raiders. Was just a massacre over there in Indianapolis. The Carolina Panthers had a very good win against the Dolphins. Rico Dowell had an amazing game, over 250, about 250 scrimmage yards. Then we'll get to the game we'll definitely talk about for a bit. The Broncos were down 17-3 at one point, and then all of a sudden it comes down to it, and it's 18 unanswered points, I believe, from the Broncos. That is crazy, and the Broncos go and get the win. It was definitely a hard-fought game. Both very good defenses on both sides of the ball. As we saw, it was a very defensive side game. It was a very slow start to the game. I don't really have anything bad to say about either team. I think the Broncos are actually a really good team. I think the Eagles should have won. I think the coaching right there late in the game, just kind of bad calls. The flags hurt that. What really ruined the game for them was that late hit. I can't remember who the announcer was, but it really was a bad, like he literally was laying on the ground and Bro lowered his shoulder into his helmet. Like that is unnecessary roughness. So I think it was just crucial mistakes down in the stretch that kind of killed it for the Eagles. And then a final Hail Mary play, and A.J. Brown just decides to tackle Devontae Smith. I don't know if you guys saw the clip,
Yeah.
but they went up like shoulder to shoulder. This man, A.J. Brown just kind of like put Devontae Smith in a chokehold, and then they just both laid on the ground at the end. And then also that same play, which honestly, I've never really seen, but I kind of liked, was Jalen Hurts immediately threw the ball and
ran down there.
sprinted down the field to try and catch the tip pass, which honestly, I love that. That is awesome because you know how many times it is just swatted down? Like the play Glover Quinn made years ago on the Texans where the Jaguars swatted the ball and Bro caught it just out of nowhere. Like honestly, to try and get that swat, I think it was a cool play. Obviously, it's rare to work, but that was a great game to watch. Us from people from Michigan, we did get to watch that game as that was our televised game. So
Yeah, no, I called the upset. I thought the Eagles were due for this loss. It kind of looked like it was going to be the Eagles all the way, though. Honestly, from the way it started, 18 unanswered points, like you said, Mark. That's. I was very optimistic about the offense of the Broncos at the start of the season. Going after a couple games, I'm like, I don't know, especially how halftime at this point. Then they turn it around. I don't know. Maybe the Broncos got some momentum going.
all right.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I was like waiting for you to say something.
I was waiting for Colin to jump in with his insight.
I always wait for Colin, but Colin don't ever have any insight.
Colin's the mute.
I am.
This motherfucker is like Homer Simpson.
I'm here because I pay for the
He's
Zoom.
like,
No, I think I didn't really get to watch this game, so I'm not gonna put any insight into this one. I was driving to Rochester Hills.
Rosette, are we talking about the Michigan State game now, or what are we doing?
I would rather not talk about that game actually.
no, I think the Eagles' problems are just on the play calling. I like, there's no way, because like the Eagles' offense wasn't fantastic last year. It is, but like they had a lot of play calling miscues last year. And like A.J. Brown wasn't happy that he wasn't getting the ball enough and stuff like that. But the only thing that's changed is the offensive coordinator. And Patullo, their new offensive coordinator, has been in the building for 5 or 6 years. But the offense has taken this sharp decline, and he's the only thing to change. So it's like, I don't know. Nick Sirianni needs to get more hands-on with the offense, or he's got to demote Patullo, or he's got to do something. Because like Jalen Hurts, whether you don't like him or you like him, he's better than -1 passing yards and a half. Like, that's a great offense. It has good skill positions everywhere. Running back's great. Wide receiver's great. Good tight end. Offensive line is getting older, but when they're healthy, they're great. Like, there's no reason for this team to only score what they're scoring. I mean, actually, their scoring offense is great. Everything else sucks. So
I mean, what do the Lions do when they are stuck and they need to get some offense going? They go to Amon-Ra, our biggest playmaker on our team. And look at the beginning of the game. Devontae Smith had 100 yards by halftime. They finally started getting their guys involved. And then the second half, just all of a sudden, it's like, what is the calls? You need to make calls for those big guys, Saquon, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith. I agree. I think the play calling is just not there right now. I mean, the team's still good, so it's hard to say, like, it's hard for the Eagles to be like, we're going to demote this guy because they're 4-1. But it's obvious. I mean,
if he ain't getting the job done, that's the thing. They're 4-1, and they've played like shit in every game. Like, the only time they've looked dominant is the second half of the Rams game, where they opened up the offense, and Jalen Hurts just carved up that good Rams defense. Like,
I feel like it's one of those scenarios where they play very conservative all game, and then all of a sudden they're behind. Oh no, we got to start open, and then all of a sudden they become really good. It's like, where was this all game? It's like, I think they just need to keep the playbook open all game.
Which, like, I get, but I don't know. Jalen Hurts, it's not like he's a turnover machine. Like, he wasn't Josh Allen when Josh Allen was reckless with the ball. It's like, you got to open up the offense more. I think Jalen Hurts has earned the capability of, you open up the offense, you let him see what he can do. If he starts throwing 2-3 interceptions a game, then you roll it back. But to just keep him in a cage when he's shown in the limited times you've let him throw the ball that he can throw the ball, it makes no sense. Their play calling makes no sense. And this is like people's critique with Sirianni. Like, I think he's a good coach, but when dumb shit like this happens, it falls on his feet, and he's got to get it figured out.
You know what this team reminds me of? Last year's Chiefs.
Yep.
It literally reminds me of last year's Chiefs. Like, they're going to probably finish with 12, 14 wins range, and you're going to be like, man, those 14 wins just did not look good. Like,
the only difference is the Chiefs don't have the personnel. Like, the Chiefs,
yes.
It makes sense why they look bad. Like, when you're touting out fucking Hollywood Brown was out most of last year. I can't remember who their, like, starting wide receiver was.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah.
Was he their starter last year?
He wasn't their main. It was
Xavier Worthy,
Rashee Rice for the first half of the year. Then Xavier Worthy got more involved, and then right at the end of the year, Juju Smith was really their big guy.
But, like, it makes sense. When those are your top threats, everybody unproven except for Juju, who hasn't been good in a half-decade plus, and your best receiving threat is probably an old Travis Kelce who can't run anymore, and the running game doesn't work. Like, it makes sense why their offense looks bad. It's different when you have a great O-line, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. I mean, fuck, their wide receiver 3 would be a low-end wide receiver 1 on a lot of teams in the league. So, like, it just makes they're not allowed to have an offense in this queue. Their defense can be bad, but their offense has to be good.
I didn't know you thought that highly of Jahan Dotson, but
I mean, Jahan Dotson was a first-round pick just a couple years ago.
Yeah, so he's honestly a very good receiver. I do get what he's saying though. Like, on the Browns right now, like, bro would be fighting for that wide receiver 1 spot. All right, moving on. We'll move past Houston, Baltimore. Not much to talk about. I mean, Houston.
Baltimore fucked.
I mean, but they had every good player out. Lamar was out. Kyle Hamilton was out. Kyle Van Noy was out. So
you know what's crazy though? I mean, when the Lions were missing all their top defensive guys, shut the fuck up. Kyle.
Shout out Cooper Rush.
Oh yeah, put that away after that performance.
I am beyond over like hearing about the Ravens' defensive injuries. You know who had a banged up defense all last year and still won games despite it? The fucking Lions. Like, at a certain point, shut the fuck up and win. Like, just win. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's different.
You're definitely not going to win without Lamar Jackson. But I do get what you're saying. That 44 points by that terrible Houston offense.
It was before this. Like, Lamar being out is a different animal. I agree. But before that, you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. It's not on. I don't even think it's on the players. I think John Harbaugh should and will be fired at the end of this year. Like, it is, the Ravens have been too good for too long with no real success for him to keep skating by. Like, I think he's a good coach. I think he would immediately get another job somewhere. But, like,
could you imagine?
You feel the same way about Mike Tomlin?
Could you imagine a world
my difference is, like, Mike Tomlin, I think, has won despite what he's been given. I think the Ravens have somehow not won despite all their talent. Like, I think if you flipped coaches, I think the Ravens would be much more like they would not fold in the postseason like what they do under John Harbaugh.
Could you imagine a world
if John Harbaugh was coaching the Steelers right now, I think they're a perennial 4-win team. Like, I don't think John Harbaugh moves the needle enough. He's not the leader that Tomlin is.
Could you imagine a world where Ben Johnson waited a year to go into head coaching and the Ravens got rid of Harbaugh and he went and coached the Ravens? Bro, the Ravens would maybe never win. They would never lose a kid. That'd be the craziest thing. Because like he's doing okay with the Bears right now, bro. If bro had Lamar, oh my gosh. Lamar would be running the most craziest trick plays. All right, Lamar, you see what Trevor Lawrence did last night? I want you to fall, lay down, play dead, and then get up and throw a 60-yard touchdown. Got it? All right, break.
Play dead.
If John Harbaugh does get fired, that is going to be one of the most coveted head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
Oh,
OCs and DCs.
Maybe in the history of football. That's going to be insanely hyped up job.
You're going in and already have a top 3 quarterback who's still young, and then you've got a great defense. You've got Kyle Hamilton, one of the best safeties in football, and then you got Derrick Henry still. You just need some wide receivers, and honestly,
it would literally be: can you fix the defense, and can you get wide receivers for Lamar? That's the only. That for a rebuild, or not a rebuild, but for a rookie head coach, is the fucking easiest thing in the world. Like, I don't know. John Harbaugh, there's no reason for him to not have won. Like, I don't expect the Ravens to win a Super Bowl because the Chiefs are there, but like the fact that they haven't made a Super Bowl the last half decade is just, it's ridiculous. With that, did you guys know there's a stat out there that I've seen, and it goes against Lamar and Josh Allen specifically and their head coaches. Any duo that's ever won a Super Bowl together has done, like quarterback head coach duo, has won their first Super Bowl within the first 5 years of being together. In the history of football, that's always happened. So
I remember because you were spewing that about Josh Allen for like the last 2 years.
So you're saying Dan and Jared have this year, or else we're fucked.
I'm saying historically, yes. If Jared and Dan are going to win a Super Bowl together, history says it will happen within the first 5 years.
And this is the 5th year.
I believe so.
Oh, man.
But like Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, they're on year 8, I believe.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson are on 7 or 8, something like that.
It should be.
It was that same class, I'm pretty sure.
No,
okay.
Allen was drafted in 2018. Lamar was drafted in 2019.
Oh, my bad.
So whatever it is, but just historically, like the odds are not in the Ravens or the Bills' favor with this. And most people obviously think it's going to be the head coach, but like Marshall just said in the Lions case, I mean, if something happened to this Lions team within the next 2-3 years, who do we think is getting moved? Dan or Goff? I definitely don't think it's Dan. I think
it's definitely Goff.
Yeah.
But, all right, we'll move on.
Rather might be a free agent here.
All right, and this is where we definitely move on. Arizona lost to the Tennessee Titans. The Titans get their first win. We will touch on that. There was a crucial fumble. Another one, 2 weeks in a row of a player that has run all the way to the end zone and then drop it right before the end zone.
I don't understand how that keeps happening.
To be fair,
it's 2025.
To be fair, the Colts player, he was just holding it out there, and it just happened like he squeezed the ball too hard and it just slips out of his hands. Yeah. There's a difference between that. I mean, bro literally just, celebrate and just he did the Deshaun Jackson. Like, Deshaun Jackson got shit forever because he literally celebrated and dropped it. That was this. I mean, he literally had a breakaway touchdown and just did not care.
I kind of like, I get how that happened. I don't get how it happens, but like, I get mentally how it happens. The thing that I don't get is, it made sense when Deshaun Jackson did it. Like, he was a star, like whatever. He scored a lot of touchdowns. So it makes sense, like him having that moment. When you are a backup running back who has been 3rd and 4th string your entire career, and like you get that moment, that's one of his first fucking touchdowns ever. Like, he probably has under 5 touchdowns in his entire career. How are you letting the ball go early? Like, you should have you should have 2 hands on that motherfucker the entire 80-yard run. Like, it is ridiculous that shit keeps happening. And it should never happen for a guy in like a backup situation like that. So it's fucking crazy. I can't believe that shit happened.
Yeah, that was wild. Tampa Bay, Seattle was an absolute shootout. Didn't get to watch. That was unfortunately the same time as the Lions game, so none of us really got to tune in exactly what happened, but it was an absolute shootout by both quarterbacks. Came down, Sam Darnold threw an interception, and Baker set up the game-winning field goal. Was a great game, and then I think everybody saw the clip of the fan talking shit to Baker, and Baker was talking shit back, and then Baker came back at the end of the game and said, I told you I was going to win. Like, that is the best mentality you could ever ask from your quarterback. Tampa Bay fans, it's a good time. We'll get into it, but I told my boss today, and my boss is an old head, but I told him, I said, I think we beat the Chiefs, but I think the Bucs game is like, I think we probably will drop that game, which if we do, it's not a bad thing because the Bucs are just a unit right now, but the Bucs are one of the hottest teams in football, in my opinion.
No, 100%. The all 4 of the Bucks wins have been game-winning drives from Baker Mayfield. This man's on a legendary run right now. Like, I'm telling you, Baker MVP season is upon us.
It's funny.
We need to be up by like 3 scores in that game for me to feel comfortable about it at all. And even then, Baker's gonna fuck around and make it a game.
I went to the post because I love to like read people's comments. I went to the post where Buccaneers put final score of their win, and a Cleveland fan put, "Yeah, but we didn't want this guy anyways, apparently," and and put the laughing emojis. And I was like, "Bro, yeah, how could you ever walk away?" Like, Baker had a great last couple years too.
The Panthers had that man playing scout team defensive end.
Crazy.
Behind Sam Darnold.
Behind Sam Darnold.
Who's also shredding.
Who's also shredding right now. So it's crazy. I mean, he is.
Yeah, these QB stat lines are nuts. Baker was 29 to 33, 379 and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold was
4 incompletions?
Yep. Sam Darnold was 28 of 34, so 6 incompletions, 341, 4 touchdowns, and then obviously that game-sealing interception.
10 If you told me the stat line first before the score, yeah, there was 10 incompletions and there was like 50 completed passes. I'd be like,
we're thinking it's
damn.
Mahomes Allen.
I was like, okay, first off, I was like, either it's Mahomes Allen or it's got to be a 10-7 great defensive win. And you're like, no, it was actually like a shootout the entire game. They were throwing all game. And I'm like, 10 incompletions between the both of them?
You imagine?
Fucking nuts.
You imagine going back to, I don't even know what year it was.
And it was a great uniform matchup too with the away
Oh my God, best uniform matchup of all time.
Someone was saying that Thursday Night Football, you know how they used to do Color Rush on Thursdays? They need to do Throwback Thursdays now.
I like that.
Every team gets a throwback jersey that they
That'd
wear.
be dope, man.
I don't know.
Hater.
What do you even say as a Seahawks coach? Like, bro, we didn't do anything wrong except that last interception. That was just a great
ball security. That's what it comes.
You know what they say?
Yeah.
They say fucking play some defense. Jesus Christ! I know it's Baker. Holy shit!
That too.
No, but you imagine going back to not even a Panthers fan. You go back to when Baker and Darnold were both on the Panthers, and you say, hey, 6 years from now, these guys are actually going to be in one of the best shootouts of the year for their respective teams. Motherfuckers would be like, there's no way. Like, if you go back, people would be like, oh, Baker's got to be out of the league for like 3 or 4 years by now at that point. Like, there was real talk. You guys remember when Colin Cowherd came out and said that Baker needs to just retire and go become a college football analyst? That was like some real shit said. And now Baker is legit an MVP candidate.
We need to, and it's not like a 1 year wonder. I mean, he's been on the ball this is his 3rd year where he has just been unbelievably good. So we need to all thank collectively Sean McVay for pretty much saving that man's career, going out and getting that man when Stafford was hurt and saying, hey, I know it's like 2 days notice, but you're going to come play for me and you're going to come win and you're going to come play on this offense. And bro went out and won the game.
That was low key maybe the most impressive thing in like football history. Like I went back and watched that after like week 1 when Baker led that comeback for the Bucks, and just watching that back, you still like don't believe like it's gonna happen. Like, it is still so surreal that you can walk in on a day or two of knowing the playbook and lead a drive like that. But
nuts.
There was something I was gonna say about Baker. I completely forgot what it was.
Yeah, it's goated.
No, I think the Lions set a record for the most like 4th quarter comebacks when we made the playoffs in 2016, if you guys remember that, where we went like 9-7.
I went to almost every game that year. We started off 1-6 and finished 9-7.
Was that the year that the Lions had all those comebacks?
Mm-hmm. The end of the year, every fucking win was a comeback.
I think they set an NFL record with 6 4th quarter comebacks in 1 year, and for the Bucks to have 4 of them within 5 weeks is Baker's probably gonna break it. And the fact that they're doing this without all like their key guys, like Evans is hurt, both of their tackles are hurt. They have a center playing tackle right now for them. Like, it's just crazy how the Bucks are playing.
All right, well, moving on to the Lions game. I mean, honestly, there isn't anything crazy in this game except that we have some injuries to deal with. But Lions started out really hot, probably pulled off just a little bit, and Jake Browning finally just figured out, okay, I probably should play quarterback today instead of just giving us the ball every 2 seconds. Put together some decent drives. I mean, Jamar Chase is one of the best in football. Put together some good drives and made it a closer game, but still was a 2-score game in that. Ended off with a safety. Hutch finally did get a sack eventually. Derek Barnes got that safety sack right there at the end. It was a good game for Amon-Ra. Had a really good game. Gibbs and Monty tied the record for most touchdowns by both running backs in the same game. tying with
Emmett Smith and
I can't think of the
Daryl Johnson.
Daryl Johnston. Thank you. Which is awesome. Obviously, they'll get it. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs and Monty might play together for the next couple of years, so they will break that record and honestly maybe put it in
next week. Next week.
I believe the Lions are like they win every game.
They're undefeated.
I know.
I saw the
like
stat earlier. It's 14-0 when they both score a touchdown, and they're 17-0 when Kirby Joseph gets an interception.
That's crazy. I know that one. That's wild.
That's goated.
Yeah, and that it's unbelievable too because
he has like 20 career interceptions.
Yeah,
I mean,
if he gets an interception, we're almost guaranteed to win.
That's insane.
So I wanted to I had this pulled up and I wanted to explain it. So Kirby is now 14th on the all-time interceptions list for the Lions, but everybody above him played pre-1981. Not a single player played past 1982 or in the 2000s, 90s, or the 2010s.
Generational performance.
After him, so he's at 14. Also at 20 is two guys that both played in the 80s. The only guy that is in the top 20, there's two guys in the top 20 at 19 picks is Glover Quinn, and Dre Blee is actually up there. He had 19 interceptions as well. Dre Bly, sorry. But the craziest thing out of all of them is Glover Quinn with 19 interceptions. He played 96 games with the Lions. Kirby Joseph just played his 54th game with the Lions, and he just passed Glover Quinn for interceptions. He has been he's unbelievable. I don't know if he'll catch. I don't know if he'll catch Dick LeBeau with 62 career Lions interceptions.
I mean, if he plays 185 games,
he's got to be on pace. Fuck.
I mean, that's insane. That's also with 196 games played.
Yeah,
which is insane. But yeah,
I mean, that's not super crazy. Kirby's been
somehow in Jack Christensen from 1941 to 1958. He was our long snapper, and he got 46 interceptions.
I believe it.
That's an insane stat. But yeah, unbelievable. Kirby Joseph is he's a guy that we've paid that is definitely worth every penny that we've paid. He's just a ball hawk, which is exactly what we need. If you throw it over the top, he's probably going to go out there and pick it. I mean, he's very good at locating the football. Monty got an amazing passing touchdown on a crazy design play. We were sitting in our living room and I didn't even notice it. My grandma goes, "Is Goff a wide receiver?" And I look up from my phone. I was like, "There's no way." And all of a sudden, I see Monty.
Everyone at my table at the restaurant had David Montgomery anytime touchdown. So we all got excited when it was the direct snap, and then we realized he was about to throw it, and we were like,
"No!"
He did end up getting one.
He got it. I was gonna say he got it later, but at the time we were so pissed. We were like, that might be his only chance this game.
I don't know if you guys. I just saw it before this, but David Montgomery was mic'd up for the game, and right after that, he was sitting on the bench. He goes, "I'm 2 for 2 on passing touchdowns. They should put me at quarterback." And Gibbs looked around, and he's like, "That sounds like a mic."
Former high school football.
Gibbs looked around and he's like, "That sounds like a mic'd up moment." He's like, "I'm mic'd up, but I don't think they're recording me, are they?" And then he looks right at the camera. Bro, those two together are just amazing. But unfortunate, Terrion Arnold, it sounds like, will not be coming back. He had a very bad shoulder injury, which didn't.
I did see that the second opinion, they believe he may be back within a month.
One of them said it's not as.
I don't know how you go from season ending to could be back in a month, but
that sounds like an Ohio doctor for you. And then they came back and they took him to Michigan. They were like, "Yeah, actually, this was not that bad." Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Cincinnati medical staff. The Cincinnati hospital saved DeMar Hamlin's life. All right,
that's true.
The thing is,
I think they know what they're talking about.
The thing
might have been completely fine if you went to a Detroit hospital.
The thing is everyone's like, we got to trade for somebody. I honestly, I don't really know if I don't know. I'm in a situation because, I know we play the Bucks, great wide receivers coming up. I mean, Chiefs, I wouldn't say have amazing wide receivers. Amik Robertson has shown that he deserves to start. Absolutely. I mean, he literally locked down Justin Jefferson and then locked down Jamar Chase at the end of that game.
Should have been starting all year. Let's get that out.
He should have been starting.
He should have been CB2 from the get-go.
And then I was saying that he was really underrated. Rock Ya-Sin is a very good corner. He actually...
He got banged up too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did get banged up.
No, he's fine. He just limped off the field. They have already said that he came back out and finished the game. So he's fine too. And he had that... I've always said he's a really good man-to-man corner. He came out and had that really good deflection, pass deflection on T. Higgins. So, yeah, he's... I think he... Honestly, at this point, I'd say play it out, see what happens.
They gotta do something though. They gotta add some sort of something. Like they literally have to. You can't lose 2 corners and just not add anybody. I mean, it's just I don't think they should trade for anybody yet, but there's a lot of veteran corners out there that can come in and play.
I was gonna say I'm looking at the available.
Sign CJ Gardner-Johnson off of the Ravens practice squad.
Yeah, no.
He is available.
I did see Stephon Gilmore is a free agent.
Yeah, I was gonna say like James Bradbury, Kendall
Like a one-year
Fuller,
deal.
Stephon Gilmore, Emmanuel Mosley's still out there, Asante Samuel Jr.
Emmanuel Mosley would be cool, but man, I'm scared
Let's
for him
bring
to
back
touch the
Cam
field.
Sutton.
No, absolutely not.
Yes!
No, absolutely not.
Bring him back.
No, absolutely not.
It
I'm
would
not trying to see a
probably be better
TikTok
the
edit,
second
bro.
It'd be better the second time around.
No, absolutely not.
Like there's
No,
people out there, but it's like,
They're probably gonna sign some fucking random dude off another team's practice squad.
yo,
I hate when NFL teams do that. I'd rather Stephon Gilmore come in. I mean, honestly, I think Brian Branch is gonna have to just play more corner. Honestly, like I
Yeah.
think it's easy, I think it's easier to bump one of our guys in house to safety and have Brian Branch move into like that slot position like he did before, rather than go find a corner and keep him up at safety. You know, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's good that this is our only weakness, though. So far, I mean, this point last year, we were missing half our fucking defense already.
that's
So,
true.
I mean, it's been almost a full year since Hutch went down. So
and the good thing is, I mean, the way the defensive line has been playing outside of week 1 and 2, like they're getting pressure, so that helps the secondary, no matter who we throw back there. And once we get Aleem McNeil back, like if this can be a top 5 defensive line, I mean, we can honestly get by with a patchwork secondary until DJ Reed comes back. It's just we can't have the no pressure plus a bad secondary. That pressure has to stay. Like it can't go away, or else then we're really fine.
All right. Quick pause. Because we've been talking about it for a long time. Out of the last 3 games, which one do you guys actually want to dig into? The Chargers Washington game, Bills New England, or the Kansas City Jacksonville game?
I feel like Chiefs Jags would be a little bit better
I
conversation.
feel like Chiefs.
We
No,
gotta
that was
talk
a-
about
that
the
was a
fucking
great
Chargers
game.
now.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about Chargers game. I think we'll talk about
I like
Chiefs.
that one, and then I like the Bills and the Patriots.
I think we could
I did
definitely
not watch Sunday Night Football. This
I
week.
also
I-
did not watch that.
I also did not.
all
watch
you
Sunday Night
guys got to know about that one is Drake May is a fucking dude. He
I
actually,
did. I
outplayed
shouldn't
Josh.
say I didn't watch it. It was up on the TV, but we were playing like board games in the fucking dining room.
Man's got
So-
0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
I did happen to look over right as Josh Allen lifted up his helmet to tell a Patriots
Yeah.
player, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty sweet.
All right,
that was
that
the
while we're paused, I'm
2
gonna go
seconds
take
of
this
Sunday
back
Night
real quick.
Football that I actually watched.
I mean, fucking, they kept at one point in the game they blitzed Drake May, like sending 3-4 extra guys, like 10 straight snaps. I don't know if you guys saw that sequence.
I don't know why you said they blitz straight May. I was like, what, they put this man in on defense. I was like, for like
This motherfucker.
a split second. I was like, what?
What the fuck? No, they legit they did a bunch of different blitz. They brought guys off the edge. They brought both linebackers up. They did like a delay, like the linebacker faked back into coverage and then he came late. And every single time Drake May like had the exact perfect counter. And it was just he played fucking crazy well. It got so bad that they quit blitzing him altogether just because he was beating it so bad. That and Stephon Diggs playing well is pretty much the main things to talk about that.
Matt Prater played good.
Dude, I'm so happy that Matt Prater is actively playing football. Like,
Yeah, it's dope.
I mean,
Sport's just better when Matt Prater is kicking.
Facts.
I miss Matt Prater. I miss Matt Prater as a Lion. I like Bates, but
Sign
Any
him to a
day.
1-day deal to have him retire as a Lion.
I would
Honestly.
take. I mean, Tyler Bass is about to come back, and Prater is going to not have a job again. I'd just put him on our practice squad. If he,
Honestly,
you know,
yeah.
just have him there for
God
the 5.
forbid, with our injury luck, that honestly is not a bad idea.
I mean, dude, I would take it just for the vibes. I just want another Matt Prater, dude.
All right. Moving on, Monday Night Football last night. We had Kansas City going to Jacksonville and a pretty good game. Kansas City came out scoring pretty early, but Jacksonville ended up getting it done on a wild ending touchdown. Trevor Lawrence falls down, and the memes I have seen from this is don't give Dan Campbell any ideas, because Dan Campbell might run a play like that. All right, Jared, I need you to fall
That's
down. And I need you-
Crazy.
Hit it up down real quick.
when they drew up Stumblebum and they were like, "You think you could fake fumble?" And he was like, "I could try." They would definitely try some shit like that.
It was a great game. Jacksonville played very well. The Chiefs are just, I mean, they're just not they're not looking great. One thing I did want to bring up, because I was looking into it and I was reading about it a little bit, was Travis Hunter has been getting better every single week. He's been getting more snaps. His snaps have increased by at least 10% every single week. And he played 40% of his defensive snaps last week, and I believe he played around 60-ish offensive snaps last week. He had an amazing 44-yard catch that was awesome. But on defense, he has gotten one forced fumble. He's gotten 3 pass deflections, and he's gotten a bunch of tackles and played good cover. He's gotten targeted 5 times for 66 yards as a DB. And then on offense, he had his best game. He had 3 targets for 3 receptions and 84 yards. He's getting better every single week. And honestly, they need to utilize him more and more and more. He's been getting better, and I think he, by the end of the year, will be utilized quite a bit, and I think he looks really good. I honestly, on both sides of the ball. Because for a while, I was like, honestly, let's just play him a cornerback. But now he is starting to show that, I mean, he's almost put up the same amount of yards as Brian Thomas Jr. so far this year. Trevor Lawrence has been okay, so hopefully he can hit him more often, but he's a great gadget player to have, and he's had a great start to his rookie season.
Yeah, no, I got no complaints about Hunter at all. I can't wait until, if there is eventually the point where he's playing 100% offense and defense. I think that game would be crazy just to watch him. I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, but I think the possibility is starting to increase with how he's been performing.
I mean, they gotta do more, because as of right now, I know they gotta ease him into it, or they think they gotta ease him into it right now, but like, he hasn't been worthy of the 2nd overall pick. Like, he hasn't been that much of a standout on offense or defense to really justify that pick yet. So they either gotta get him more involved if he's gonna play more offense, or like, something's gotta give.
Kind of why I think they gotta just, and I said this preseason, of just like, they need to focus him in on one thing. Otherwise, just the way the NFL is, he's not going to be great at both. You got to pick whichever one you think he's better at and use him that way, in my opinion.
I mean, that's what I would say. But the problem is, I just think if you take the guy 2nd overall, like, you have to play him both ways as much as humanly possible. Because that's why he drafted. Like, he wasn't that much more crazy of a wide receiver than Ted McMillan, where like Ted McMillan was like the 10th overall pick, and some people said that was a reach, and Travis Hunter was the 2nd overall pick, and like, I don't even know when the next fucking corner was taken, but like, the reason you took him 2nd overall is because you're thinking, okay, I'm going to get a great DB and a great wide receiver. So you can't, I don't know. I think if you, especially them trading up for him, I also think it's a big deal. Like, you put a lot of eggs in that basket, so you've got to have the dividends of it paying off on both sides. But, I mean, as far as the game itself, I might sound like a real hater here. I don't believe in the Jags anymore. I just think now the Chiefs are fucked. Like, I think them blowing that game, especially just like the way the game ended.
The lack of effort on that Trevor Lawrence touchdown was insane. Yeah.
Chris Jones,
he could have easily closed in and made that tackle. It would have been close, but he just didn't even try.
He just gave, I mean, like, you gotta try there. Like, it's fucking, it was what, 3rd and 1, like 2 stops. It's not unrealistic to get that, especially the Chiefs defense. But between him just giving up on the play for no real fucking reason, and then the way they handled that last like 20-ish seconds, like, given it's 20 seconds and it's a tall order, but like, that was a piss poor effort by the team. Like, I don't know. Mahomes hit Hollywood Brown, and Hollywood Brown didn't even turn around yet. Like, I don't know. I just watched that, and after the game, I was like, I don't feel like the Chiefs are anything more than barely a 500 team. Like, I think they're going to end up winning nine-ish games, and then if they make the playoffs, I see them losing round 1. Like, they just, last year they looked bad, but they were just finding a way to win, and I think that's a talent. Like, I think being able to just pull out games is a big deal, but now that they're not pulling out games and they look worse than last year, I don't believe in the Chiefs at all anymore.
I say best case scenario right now for the Chiefs is the fact that the Chargers lost back-to-back games. You got the Broncos on a little bit of a win streak, and the Raiders are dead in the water. So you still have a chance to win the division, though. So like,
yeah, they're not in the winning the division business. They're in the winning a fucking Super Bowl business.
That's true.
So I think even if they win the division with 10, 11 wins and get fucking smacked in the playoffs, like, that's not a good year. And I think that's like their ceiling right now. So I just don't.
All right. Colin, move us into picks for the week.
All right. Starting off strong with Eagles at Giants. Thursday night football in MetLife. Giants looked like total shit against the Saints. And that has me very angry, and I should learn my lesson from picking them against the Saints, and I'm going to go Eagles.
Yeah, I like
This
Jackson
does
Dart.
feel like a stupid upset game, though. Especially after how the Eagles looked last week against the Broncos.
I think that's gonna spark a fire under the Eagles. I think this is a game they could easily score 40 points. So I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah, I think this is a big bounce back game for the Eagles. I think they kind of show everybody on prime time why they are the team they are, and they have a big performance, and they win probably by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that the Eagles get this quick turnaround. They don't have to think about that, the way they ended that game for a long time. You get right back in. It's a quick week against a team that you know pretty well. I think this is a huge fork in the road for the Eagles, though. I mean, if they come out, like you guys saying, if they come out and they just smack the Giants, beat them by 2 scores like we all know they can and should, I think it's going to be business as usual. I think they'll get back on the right track. The offense will sort itself out eventually, and they'll be fine. But if they come out and this is a dogfight, or God forbid they lose, I see this being either they're just not good, and it is what it is, or this game could crumble them if they just come out, lay an egg, lose, or barely win. So, I don't know. I believe in the Eagles. I don't believe in the coaching staff right now. I think that's in a flux, but just on the basis of Hurts' talent alone, I think they should be able to get that game.
2 of their next 3 games are the Giants, and the one in between is the Carson Wentz-led Vikings. So
that's a trap game right there.
Revenge game.
It is in Minnesota, too.
Revenge game.
Wentz has not played that bad, so...
He hasn't. And that Vikings defense can be good at times. It hasn't been great this year, but...
I started them in fantasy, and they fucking got carved up by Dylan fucking Gabriel. So, fuck the Vikings defense.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to this.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. The videos swapped, and so I'm used to like going in order of the videos. But the videos... No, the videos... like on the Zoom, they swapped when Marshall turned his camera off, and for some reason my brain was waiting for Marshall to go last because I'm used to going. I mean, I can't do that. I'm going to do it right now, but yeah, I was. So I was waiting for Marshall to go last, even though he made his pick already. All right. Anyway, Broncos at Jets. Give me the Broncos. Or not at Jets. It's an international game.
Is this where the Jets get their first win? No, give me the Broncos.
Dude, the Jets getting a single win this year and it being not on American soil would be a very Jets thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like after such a high from the Broncos, like this is where you could hit such a low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so though. I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Man, this feels like such a Jet spot right here.
That's what I was saying, man. I don't know.
No logic
It
tells
could
you.
happen.
Yes. But do you guys remember a couple years ago when there was an ass team? It might have been the Jags when they were bad. They went and played in London, and they won in London. I think it might have been the Patriots and the Colts. Like, the Colts were, like, winless up to that point. They won a game internationally, and then they ended up winning, like, 1 or 2 more the rest of the year combined. So that's kind of what this is reminding me of. But, man, are the Broncos really that bad? Fuck it. I'll lone wolf the Jets.
You did that last week. It didn't work out for you.
There's no reason for me to believe in the Jets here. There isn't. And if I'm betting that they're going to lose. But I'm doing this for the picks. I'll be the only one to pick the Jets.
All right. Moving on to Sunday afternoon games. Seahawks at Jaguars. I really know in my gut that the Seahawks are the pick here. But I just got a feeling that the Jags are going to win this one too. I know we just talked about them not necessarily being legit, but I have a feeling that Chiefs win is going to be a big confidence booster for them, and they're at home. I think the Jags eke out another close one. Give me the Jaguars.
So far this year, the Jags are undefeated at home, and the Seahawks are undefeated on the road. So,
oh shit,
something's got to give here.
Something's got to give there.
Movable force meets an unmovable object.
It'll probably be the Seahawks. This will be my first miss of the week.
Oh man, yeah, Seahawks. they're good offensively. I think the Jags just won't be able to compete offensively with the Seahawks. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks here.
I said I was very high on the Jags. I think they have a chance to win their division and make the playoffs. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going Jags.
Yeah, I'm still going to sit here and pound the table. I do not believe in either of these teams. Like, they could go. I don't know what it is. I just don't have enough faith in either of these squads to really think they're going to do any real damage. But that being said, I think the Jags could easily have a let-up spot here after a big win in a primetime spot against the Chiefs. But I'm also a big believer in that the statistics that you see by like Seattle traveling across country, and then like those Miami teams that travel across the country. That's a long flight for Seattle. A 1 o'clock kick is 9 a.m. their time, and they're not really used to that too much. So I'm going to pick the Jags for that home field advantage, but I could see it going either way. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of either of what these teams got going on.
All right. Chargers at Dolphins. Man, Chargers in a bit of a slump right now. Losing to the Giants, losing to the Commanders by 17.
You went Jags, right, Donnie?
He went Jags, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Dolphins, did they win last week?
Nope. No, they lost to the Panthers.
They lost to the Panthers. All right, never mind then.
200 yards to a backup running back.
Yeah, you're right. Give me the Chargers. Bounce back game for them.
But the Chargers, Marion Hampton is out for a month. Najee Harris, they lost earlier in the year. They're down to Hassan Haskins as their starter.
I don't really care. Give me the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is too good of a coach to let this team lose to the Miami Dolphins in 2020.
I mean, they just lost to the Giants and the Commanders, so
they'll figure it out. Jim Harbaugh doesn't lose 3 in a row.
I'm a big Michigan man. Want to go with Michigan head coach? Get it?
Well, he's the Chargers head coach, but
yeah, exactly.
He's a Michigan.
What's up?
I think this one's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be back and forth. I could easily see the Dolphins sneaking out a win here. I'm still going to go with the Chargers, however. I think Justin Herbert has to have a good game here, or his credibility starts going farther and farther down.
Yeah, I know what I just said about the cross-country flight. So LA to Miami is a bitch of a flight, like the Seattle to the Jags one. But if the Chargers are legit at all and want to do anything at all, you have to come out and just smack this Dolphins team right in the mouth. Like, they let up a big game to a backup running back. I know it's just Hassan Haskins, but if Rico Dow can go for 200, there's no reason Haskins can't go for 100. Like, there's just no reason for the Chargers. If they want to have a wild card shot or, God forbid, win the division like what they plan on doing, you just have to smack the Dolphins right in the mouth. I don't know if you guys saw the clip of McDaniels walking back to the locker room after the loss, and he looked like a fifth grader who you beat up and took his lunch money. It's the saddest clip I've ever seen of an NFL head coach. So I think they're just done and dead in the water. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Marshall, did you give your pick?
I never made my pick. I was kind of...
I was wondering
bro was going on the whole spiel, and I almost interrupted. I was like, "Why don't you just say this while you're making your pick?"
And then he did. I think he was talking so much. Like, I think he just forgot that he wasn't making his pick.
I started with the running back thing. Then
honestly, I'm kind of glad he made his pick, because if all that was just gibberish and he was not going to make his pick, I'd be like, so bro's got to then talk about his pick again.
My bad.
That's fine. Mike McDaniel might get fired after this game if they don't win.
I think he will.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers here. This is going to be a big day. Like, if Chargers don't win this game, I feel like this is a must-win for both teams. I know the Chargers have a good record, but if they lose this game after losing to the Giants and the Commanders,
that'd be 3 in a row.
That's bad. But if Miami loses this game at home, then you might as well just trade everything and just start over. Like, yeah, I'm going Chargers though.
All right. Almost threw me off a second time. Rams at Ravens. Another long flight cross country against the GOAT Cooper Rush. Rams are shaking in their boots.
Sure they are.
Yeah, no. I Rams by like 30 at least.
Yeah, I'm not thinking hard about this at all. Give me the Rams.
Colin, I think you're crazy for Rams by 30. I'm going Rams by 29.
You Dude, if the Texans and CJ Stroud in that awful offense put up 44, 42, whatever it was.
44.
This might be another 70.
Matthew Stafford, if the Rams want to, Matthew Stafford might throw for 800 fucking yards with Devonta Adams, Puka Nacua. The line right now is only Rams minus 7.5. That should be like a minus 16 line. I think the Rams are gonna blow these motherfuckers out of the water.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't beat a backup quarterback last week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference. Mac Jones is like kind of good, and Cooper Rush should be serving me fucking burgers at McDonald's. There's
Hey.
levels.
Chill out.
No,
That's a
not
Lansing,
chill.
that's a Lansing high school football legend you're
Yeah, there
talking
it is.
to.
And that's why I just yeah, give me the Rams by a lot.
Fire up chips, baby. Cardinals at Colts. No question about it. Give me the Colts. Cardinals below.
Jeez.
What is just stay below?
They below. Oh, they're 3-2, a bunch of bums.
Free.
They're 2-3. Thank you. And their 2 wins are the Saints and the Panthers.
Hey, the Saints
They
are.
just lost to the Titans.
Yeah, and just lost to the winless Titans.
Wait, they did beat.
A week after Kim Ward said, "If I'm keeping it a buck, we ass." All right.
Yeah, but Spencer Rattler's on one.
I was
and
gonna
then
say-
the Panthers are on one too.
Rattler, which
They
is
got
a
week
fucking-
1 Spencer Rattler.
That's fine. I don't care. He's still the MVP.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm. Didn't Kyler get a concussion from a snap? I don't even
Yes,
know.
bro.
Get-
God.
We went crazy in the group chat about all that.
We're not
Then I
talking about
saw-
it. We're not talking
and then,
about it.
And then I saw the clip later of them get hit in the face. Marshall, I'm not gonna lie, that might have
I'm not-
swayed me. You can't
Jordan
let
Love
that-
isn't having that happen to him.
You can't. Okay,
Donnie draws the line. Yeah, he still takes Kyler Murray with Jordan Love. Come on, bro.
Give me the
You
Colts.
you can't let that happen as a grown. It doesn't help, dude. That
Lansing
is
High
Okay,
School
let me
football
make my
legend
pick. Let me
Cooper
make my
Rush isn't
pick. Let me
having
make
that
my
happen
pick.
to him.
Let me make
Just
my
say it.
pick, and
You
you can
just
say
say
all
it.
you want. I'm going with the Colts.
It doesn't help Kyler being a short guy, but when the ball gets snapped off his face, that looked like rocket football right there. That was shit was in. That being said, fucking Danny Dimes might set records in this one. I'm going with the Colts.
All right. I'm just now realizing as I'm looking at the schedule that every single West Coast team is on the East Coast this week, which kind of sucks for all 4 of them.
Schedule maker said, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah. And then obviously the.
There's got to be an alternative week.
Oh
Where
no, I
everyone
lied.
in
I lied.
East
The
is-
Raiders are at home. The Raiders are at home.
I would say
okay.
the Titans got to fly cross country to Vegas.
Yeah.
So
Good for the Raiders on getting a.
what a
team
what a
meeting.
fucking game, guys! That
We'll get there in a minute. Cowboys
they
and
get-
Panthers. give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Panthers are my Saints for Donnie. They're 2-3. I'm high on the Panthers. I'm Bryce Young. I'm a big
You are
Bryce
high,
Young.
yes.
No. I think the
Don't worry about
Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers. Like I think that Cowboys team is. I mean, their offense is good, but that's the one thing I think about the Panthers is they have a good D line and they have a top 10 cornerback in football. So I think the Panthers. I think they can maybe hold them a little bit and then maybe win off a game-winning field goal. So I'm going Panthers.
yeah, I think if Chuba Hubbard's healthy, I think that actually gives the Panthers a fair chance with how their run game is.
I
If
don't
you
know,
can
man. Rico Dowell, this is a revenge game for him.
That's
That
true.
is a good point. Too bad he's not as good as Chuba Hubbard.
Might be.
No, I think if the Panthers, if they basically play keep away, I mean the Dallas defense is not good at all. So if they can just run the ball 50 times and just not let Dak have the ball, I could see the Panthers having a chance. But I mean the Cowboys don't really have to worry about Bryce Young. No offense, Marshall, he's ass.
Better than Spencer Rattler.
You just load the box and just fucking. What did you just say?
I say he's better than Spencer Rattler.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
no,
ahead,
here we
shut the
go.
fuck up forever. Fuck you, dude. At least Michael. Not gonna.
Has one
Eddie's
win
not
minus
gonna
2.
engage.
Get into it. No, I mean the Panthers, like I said, if they play keep away, I think they have a real good shot to keep it close. But I just think Dak is playing some of the best football any quarterback's played all year, and without CD too. So I think that against this Panthers defense, I think that's good enough to get him. So
How
I'll go
long
with
is CD going to be out?
He did something to his hamstring. They put him on IR, and that
They
was
did
2
put him
weeks.
on IR, and that was 2 weeks. So at least 2
So
more
in
weeks.
theory, he could come back in 2 weeks. He's probably gonna miss a little bit.
Gotcha. All
You
right.
going with Dallas?
Yes.
All right, I genuinely don't know who Donnie is going to pick here. We got the New England Patriots, led by Mike Vrabel, against Spencer Rattler and the Saints. Do you count out Mike Vrabel, or do you count out Spencer Rattler? I think it's an easy option here. You never count out Mike Vrabel. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, coming off of that good win against the Bills, I think they're going to keep that momentum going. Give me the Patriots. You never count out Mike Vrabel.
The Saints get back-to-back home games here. I'm going with another oddball pick. I'm going with the Saints. And it's not even, I think, back-to-back home games off a big win. I feel like Patriots are coming off of a decent win away. They have to go on their second road game away, fly all the way to Louisiana. I feel like they're just going to be not as ready, and I feel like the Saints will catch them off guard and win.
Man, what a game this is! I can't wait to watch.
Game of the
this
week.
This is like watching, like, you ever ask your parent, like you and your brother, and you gotta ask your parents to pick between their favorite child. That's how I feel this week against Mike Vrabel versus Spencer Rattler. So this was gonna be a tough one for me. I don't know. I just hope both teams have fun. I just hope it's a good, it's a good close.
Stole my game day, son.
What's your favorite NFL team? I just hope everyone has fun.
Pick a side.
I might need to just to respect Mike Vrabel and Spencer Rattler.
Congrats on the auto loss.
It's gonna be tough. The thing is, the one thing I'll say is the Patriots, if they're going to be for real and make the playoffs in the AFC, this is one you gotta have. You gotta be able to go to New Orleans and beat the Saints. Realistically, the Saints are coming off a big win. Their only win. The Patriots are obviously coming off a big win where they could kind of take back the AFC East from the Bills after all these years. So, as much as it pains me, I'm not going to count out Mike Vrabel. I'm going to go with the Patriots. But do not be shocked if Spencer Rattler has 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. And
against a Mike Vrabel defense.
That defense has not been that good. They're winning games because of Drake May. And Drake May also, staking a claim on Drake May, he is awesome. I believe I said that in the draft process.
You went Patriots?
Yes.
I mean, the Bills are averaging like 30-plus points a game, and they just got held at 20. So, at home, too.
Josh Allen also played like ass, so kind of gave up a couple.
Could you not argue that the defense forced him to play ass?
I also think an ass Josh Allen is better than Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler's best game.
Okay, boys. Let's take a deep breath. Spencer Rattler playing better than Josh Allen.
All right. Browns at Steelers. Dylan Gabriel versus Aaron Rodgers. All-time matchup right here. Yeah, give me the Steelers. Browns.
Yeah, give me the Steelers.
Doesn't matter who's playing quarterback.
Yeah, it should be Shador. Coming off a bye week, give me the Steelers.
I think Dylan Gabriel looked really, really good, or at least much better than what I thought. But, yeah, Steelers off a bye week. They own the Browns. A-Rod looked great. Kenneth Gainwell, fucking insane game last week.
Better than Najee Harris.
Amen.
Not true at all, but regardless of that, I'm going to go with the Steelers.
All right. The 1-4 Bowl. Titans on the road at Las Vegas.
This is the most 405 game of 405 games.
I better not see a fucking mention of this game. I don't even want to see the score after the game's over. This shit should be on ESPN 8, the fucking Ocho. I don't want to. This game's ass.
Yeah. I know some of us were a little surprised at the start that the Raiders are having. I wasn't even that high on the Raiders, and I was kind of surprised at the start they're having. Titans just came out west and got a win against the Cardinals, who, even though I'm shitting on the Cardinals, I think they're a little bit better than the Raiders. Yeah, give me the Titans.
I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go Raiders. I feel like Raiders at home. Cam Ward might be feeling a little bit too confident coming off of that win. Give me the Raiders.
No, I think he knows exactly what situation he's in.
Well, I think both teams know what their situation is right now.
I feel like this is all the Geno lovers after this game. They're going to be like,
Kenny Pickett.
He's Geno.
Don't let Kenny start.
This might be a Kenny Pickett game.
I'm saying this game is going to make the Geno Smith lovers be like, oh, Geno Smith is great again, even though he is a bottom 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I just want to say, I said something about me taking Sam Darnold over Gino a couple weeks ago, and I got flamed for that take. Now look at where we are.
It wasn't me by me. There's no way. I hate Gino. I think he's ass.
I'll have to look for that tape, Colin.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, but why don't you look for it, bitch?
You will. Let me make my pick, Donnie. Hold on. I'm gonna go
flashback in the middle of the episode.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders base just because they have Pete Carroll and Ashton Jetty.
When you guys mentioned Kenny Pickett, not gonna lie, I forgot he was on the team. I looked at their schedule, hoping to see a Saints Raiders matchup. Maybe. There unfortunately is not. I would fly the fuck out for that game. Let's get that fucking clear.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
That is so sad. I can't believe you said that while someone was recording.
My parents would disown me for saying that.
No, I like Gino. I'm a Gino guy, but the Raiders don't win this one. It's time for that motherfucker to pick up the pen and start riding those haters back. They need to win this one by quite a bit. They're almost a touchdown favorite, which is fucking crazy with how they've been playing. But like Cam Ward said, the Titans are ass, so Raiders have to have this one at home. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
All right, 49ers at Buccaneers.
This is going to be a fucking game. Dude.
Is this still Mac Jones starting, or is Brock?
I think so.
Hopefully. I mean, fuck.
I'm going to go ahead and assume it's still Mac Jones. So Mac Jones versus Baker Mayfield. Man, I don't think it really matters. Give me the Buccaneers.
Brock Purdy has missed this time with a fucking toe injury.
Yeah,
are we
turf toe.
dead ass?
Is it turf? It's turf toe.
Joe Burrow's out for 3 months, Donnie, with a toe injury.
To be fair, I've never had turf toe, but when I see a toe injury, my first thought is
I don't know what grade his was. It certainly wasn't as bad as Joe's.
I was about to say a broken toe or even like a sprained toe I have seen before. That is crazy, but turf toe is actually awful.
I was just saying turf toe sounds like you just like stub your toe. It's like a full on sprain. Sometimes a tear. Like Joe Burrow tore the ligament in his toe.
It's disgusting. My cousin had turf toe when I was little, and it was disgusting to look at. Like he was literally couldn't walk.
Basically, you hyperextend your toe, and then it either tears the ligament or like really badly sprains it. And I don't know if you know this, but toes are kind of important to stability.
Pause. Put that on the podcast.
That is kind of a wild.
That was kind of a wild statement.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Toes are kind of important.
Put that on a t-shirt.
All right, and we're back.
Yeah, there's nothing else I gotta say. It's Baker MVP season. Come on, give me the Bucks.
Hey, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, Lakers in 5. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Bucks. They're at home. Probably another game-winning drive for no reason from Baker. I'm going with the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Niners have looked pretty good under Mac Jones. They look better under Mac Jones than they have Brock Purdy, but it is what it is. Flying cross country, like every other game we've talked about, seemingly, I think that's a pretty big deal. But the Bucs are still just so banged up. Even at home, I think this is going to come down to a last-second field goal. And in that situation, I'm always going to take Baker. He's probably the best in the league at this point in comeback victories or close games. So, I'm going to go with the Bucs in a close one.
All right, moving on. The now Joe Flacco-led Bengals.
Is he starting?
It's probably not this week.
I was going to say.
I very much doubt.
He's only there for a week.
I had Jake Browning as my quarterback. I'd want fucking anybody else to start, but I think he's gonna have to start.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't think him starting really affects my pick at all. I think that nothing is saving the Bengals, and you could have saved that pick and used it later in the draft to actually get somebody. Granted, it was only a 5th rounder, but like still, So I don't. Joe Flacco is not going to do anything, and Jake Browning is also not going to do anything. Give me the Packers. As hilarious as it would be for Joe Flacco to manage to start this game and beat the Packers twice in a month with 2 different teams,
that is crazy.
It's not going to happen. Give me the Packers.
Yeah, I feel like the Bengals picked up the wrong quarterback out of their multiple options.
Should have been Jameis.
I think they should have got Shador, honestly.
Jameis.
No, I think the Browns might still play Shador this season.
Well, that's true. But let me get the Packers.
Man, the Bengals could do the funniest thing ever. Joe Flacco's already beaten the Packers. If they start him and he beats the Packers again on two separate teams in the same season, bro.
It's almost like I said that 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. I also said that first earlier today, Colin. I said it in our group chat.
Dude,
So
everybody has been saying that all day.
no, I literally, if you go back and read it, I've
Guys,
said
we
that.
not have a dick swinging contest in the middle of the fucking take. Come on.
You weren't even in the conversation. Zach sent the trade thing, and I said it, and then you joined the convo. I would love for that to happen. My phone would explode with how much I would be talking shit to Packers fans, because that'd be the greatest thing that could ever happen in NFL history. Because I hate nothing more than the Packers. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen, and Packers will probably find a way to make this close, and give me Green Bay.
Yeah, this spread is Green Bay minus 14.5, which is one of the biggest spreads all year, which, like, I get it. The Bengals have been not great offensively outside of that second half against the Lions, but that's just disrespectful. Last time we saw Green Bay, they almost blew a fucking game against a team they should have beat very, very handily. So, again, I'm not a believer in the Packers. I'm going to put a massive amount of money that the Bengals cover. There's no way Green Bay is beating them by 2+ touchdowns. And honestly, I don't think Flacco's going to start, but Browning actually kind of looked like a competent quarterback in the second half against us, given it was when our corners went out. But I just don't believe in the Packers at all. I think if Browning starts, he's going to come out. He's going to be motivated to fend off Joe Flacco from stealing his job. Or if Flacco starts, I think him with T and Chase, he might throw 3-4 interceptions a game, but he's going to give you 300-400 yards, and he's just going to sling that motherfucker. So I'm going to go with the Bengals in an upset here.
All right. Sunday Night Football, Lions at Chiefs. I believe Dan Campbell's undefeated at Arrowhead as the Lions head coach, right? We haven't been there since the other year, right?
Yes. No, that's the only time we played at Arrowhead.
Okay. And then Jared Goff has a crazy record against the Chiefs. They're also crazy good in prime time under Dan Campbell. And also the Chiefs kind of suck this year. I'm going Lions.
As a Lions fan, what pisses me the fuck off is the Chiefs were underdogs at home against the Eagles. They lost. They were an underdog at home against the Ravens. They won that one. I guess I'll give them credit. Now they're home favorites against the Lions, who are better than both the Eagles and the Ravens right now. So that line, I think, is straight up fucking disrespectful. So I just wanted to say that before.
After losing to the Jags, like,
I'll go because I could see Dallas is talking to someone. This is the fact that Kansas City is favored after everything that has happened to them makes me think that this, like, every person in the world is going to want to bet Detroit. I think this is a trap game. I think Kansas City actually pulls out the win here. I think Kansas City gets it done at home.
Yeah, I would definitely get that if I didn't think the Chiefs were absolute shite. So I'm going to pick the Lions. I think this is going to sound crazy to say. I just don't think Mahomes is going to be able to keep up with our offense. And unless the Lions go out there and just lay an egg like they did week 1 against the Packers, honestly, there's zero reason we should lose this game. I don't really give a fuck that the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They haven't looked like the Chiefs all year. They've looked good against the Ravens, who literally everybody has looked good against. So, yeah, I'm not going to call it like a Lions blowout or anything, but they should easily win this game, in my opinion. I don't believe in the Chiefs at all.
Dallas, Detroit, Kansas City.
Yep, I don't care if it's the Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Beefs, or the Kansas City Coral Reefs. Give me the Lions.
All right, he was a lot more confident than I.
Bills at Falcons, Monday Night Football game 1.
Time out for a second. These double Monday Night Football games are fucking ridiculous.
Dude, I hate them.
Hate them. At least they're starting
because
earlier.
most of them don't deserve to be in primetime. They
Thank
could have
you.
been Sunday 1 o'clock games.
I don't know. I hope NFL schedule makers hear us. 2 shitty Monday Night Football games does not make up for 1 good one. Give me 1 good game rather than 2 ass games. I don't know what the fuck they think they're doing, but Bills beating the Falcons by 50 is not how I want to spend my Monday nights.
I'm going to just go to bed. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
These Bears Commanders should be okay.
Yeah. Bills at Falcons, give me the Bills.
Yep, give me the Bills.
Yes, sir. Give me the Bills.
Falcons are ass. Give me the Bills.
Sorry, I got distracted. The Tigers have 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 9th.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
Spencer Torkelson has managed to get himself to a full count without swinging the bat. So
I don't think it matters. It's 8-1.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 8-1. You never
now
know.
it's about to be 8-3. All right,
All right, Colin, make your pick.
it's 8-3. Bears at Commanders. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, Bears low-key should have won last year against the Commanders. Give me the Bears.
We remember what happened last year. The Hail Mary. It's not gonna happen again. But I do think Washington
They
wins.
went on another Hail Mary. Bears fans might throw themselves off fucking Sears Tower.
I'm actually gonna take Washington.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears coming off a bye week. I think this is, even though they changed the coach, I think this is a major game for them after they blew it last year. That plus they know the Commanders are going to be a team they're fighting for in the wild card race. So I'm going to go with the Bears. I just think it means a lot more to them, and I'm banking on them knowing that.
All right. Well, Donnie, I know I told them you had a trivia. Would you like to do that? We said we were giving you one shot at this. If it's a bad trivia, if it's a Spencer Rattler related trivia,
It's a trivia, but like it's not a trivia like what Dallas has done.
That's fine. Just give it a shot. What you got?
It's not, hold on, I gotta look. I gotta relook at
If
it.
it's Spencer Rattler related, I'm going to leave.
I just gotta find. I can't remember how they phrased the question.
Base hit. Oh shit.
We're way behind. Unless it's Ibanez getting a base hit here.
No, YouTube TV is always behind for whatever reason.
I'm watching on YouTube TV right now.
All right, well, I guess I just suck.
Oh, another base hit.
All right, well, I guess.
8-4.
Oh, rally caps.
Blue Jays up 6-3 on the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th.
Shut the fuck up, Colin.
Facing elimination.
Yeah, the Yankees are dead. I don't give a fuck.
They're pulling their pitcher. They're scared.
Yeah, Aaron Judge got to go. All right, Dallas, just do yours while Donnie figures out.
First, mine is faster.
Figure it out so we can fucking do it.
I just can't. I don't want to fucking butcher how
You
it
should have
is.
saved it. What are we doing?
I know where it is. It's just I can't fucking find it in their thread of where the fuck it is.
Mine's pulled up.
Go ahead, Dallas.
Go ahead.
All right. So Christian McCaffrey became the 6th player in NFL history to have 11,000 or more all-purpose scrimmage yards within their first 100 career games. You guys are going to guess the other 5 NFL players that have done this. So 11,000 all-purpose yards within their first 100 games in NFL history. Who are those 5 other players? Colin, start us off with a guess. We'll go through. Like I said, there's only 5, so everyone's gonna get at least one guess.
Within their first how many games?
100.
Damn. I can already tell this is going to be a rough one for me.
Oh my gosh, Colin.
You said 11,000? Or 1,100?
Do you want me to I'll reread
Yes,
it for you,
repeat
Colin.
it because I'm repeating.
I was like half listening, watching the Tigers game.
Oh,
You said this was about the NFL.
All right. Christian McCaffrey became the 6th player in NFL history to have 11,000 all-purpose yards within their first 100 career games. Who are the other 5 players that have had 11,000 career all-scrimmage yards within their first 100 games?
I'm going to throw one out there, Adrian Peterson.
That is correct. Adrian Peterson. He had 11,537 yards and 91 touchdowns within his first 100 career games.
What about like LaDainian Tomlinson?
LaDainian Tomlinson, he has actually the most with 12,599 scrimmage yards and 114 touchdowns with his first 100 games.
It's specifically scrimmage yards, not all purpose, correct?
Scrimmage yards, yep.
You said all purpose the first time.
I apologize, but yes, scrimmage yards.
it's not going to be there because this guy I know for sure is the all-purpose yards, but I'm assuming he's up there for scrimmage yards as well. I'm going to go with Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles is not up there.
Because I know for sure he's like the all-time all-purpose, but that obviously includes kickoffs, which changes quite a bit.
Colin, back to you.
I'm aware. I'm thinking. I don't think so, but I gotta check off my boxes. Is Barry on there?
Barry Sanders is not on there.
This is a shot. Is Alvin Kamara on there?
Alvin Kamara is not on there.
All-purpose guys. Did we already say Marshall Faulk?
We did not, and he is not up there.
Oh, fuck.
I was actually surprised he wasn't on there.
Trying to think of guys that were good early in their careers.
I thought his screen froze for a second.
No. Was I that still?
Yes.
Damn.
All of these guys are Hall of Famers.
How many do we have left? We've gotten 3 so far, right?
Three left. We've gotten 2.
I got nothing, bro.
Is one of them Emmitt Smith?
Emmitt Smith with 11,526 yards and 109 touchdowns.
Did we say Walter Payton?
We did not say Walter Payton, but he is not on this list.
Second time in a row, man. Damn.
Okay.
Donnie's not on the board yet, is he?
Nah.
No, it's just me and Marshall. All right. I gotta lock in.
Oof, that was a tough way to end the Tigers game. They had one out. It was a line drive to first. No, it was a line drive to first base. Bro caught it, and then the guy didn't tag up because he was already off base.
Damn.
Rip.
All right, Colin, lock in.
Log in.
Too late. I'm already distracted.
Okay. I'll go ahead and go. OJ Simpson?
Good guess, not on the list.
I forget OJ exists sometimes. I'm not
Wow.
I don't know.
Donnie?
Man, I don't even know.
Right,
I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking up this trivia most of the time.
Is Derrick Henry up there?
No Derrick Henry.
No, I didn't think so. Is there another wide receiver up there?
No, they're all running backs. I'll tell you
Oh,
that. The last 2 are running backs.
They're Hall of Famers?
Yes.
It's not Frank Gore, is it?
Nope.
I don't think so. What
Bro,
about
needed 1,000 games to get to 11,000 yards.
What about
Fuck you.
what about Herschel Walker?
No Herschel.
Sean McCoy.
Nope. No Shady.
Fuck, what's his name?
What about
Who?
Roger Craig.
Nope.
What about Edgerrin James?
Nope.
Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. There we go. 12,303 yards with 83 touchdowns. You got one guy left.
Not Jim Brown, is it?
It's fucking Jim Brown, baby. Jim Brown, 12,523 yards and 103 touchdowns. Come on, it's Jim Brown.
It always was Jim Brown.
Where did Billy Cannon rank on this?
Okay.
Who
Not
knows?
even close.
Who knows?
Donnie, did you find your trivia?
Yes, I did.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Okay. So I think it might be dumb. You guys might hate it. I don't care. So I don't know about you
What a way to
guys.
start.
Something that drives me crazy as a Detroit fan is whenever we talk about an NFL team and they're not actually in the city that they claim to be in the city of. So there's 8 NFL teams that play outside of their specific city name. I want you guys to go ahead and name those 8 teams. I know a couple of them are going to be easy, but there's a couple on here that I did not think of personally.
We'll go in order.
We going in order. Colin,
Dallas, me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go Dallas.
Damn it.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yes, that was my guess.
That was your guess? Okay, yes. The Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington, Texas. They are one.
Let's go with the Rams.
Rams, easy one. They play in Inglewood, which is not technically.
Can we just knock out the Chargers as a thing right now too? Because they share a fucking stadium.
Yeah, I guess so. Means you want to go ahead and guess them over Marshall. Yes, the Chargers also play in Inglewood.
Wow, Colin. Nah, I wasn't. I figured that was just kind of. We'll take that. Gosh, this is the one trivia I feel like I won't be good at.
I'm not gonna lie. There's only the Cowboys being the first guess was kind of surprising because that was the one I didn't really ever think of.
I think this is another twofer. I'm guessing the Jets Giants is not.
Yep. Okay. Jets Giants obviously play in East Rutherford. They're always the first one I think of. Not playing in home state. They don't even play in their home state, which is really weird, and I don't know why that's.
San Francisco.
San Francisco, yes, they actually play in Santa Clara. That one I didn't know if you guys were going to get
another stadium that's like in the middle of nowhere.
There's two more. There's two more
in the desert. It's just there.
There's 2 more that you guys. I think one of them you should get. The other one I don't ever think of. Or I've never thought of. But maybe you can get
it. Speaking of another team that plays out in the middle of the desert, give me the Raiders.
The Raiders technically play in Paradise, but that is under like the Las Vegas name. So that is not on this list that I have.
I feel like it should be. I feel like
also,
you could give them the point.
That one you're right.
You could give them the point.
I mean, I don't need the point, but like the logic, I think I should get.
you get it for the logic, but no, technically that is another one. Another one I'll give.
It's
to
like
you
in
guys.
Their city limits or some shit.
Another
like
one.
That.
Another one that I'll give to you guys that I saw like technically isn't a part of the city, but is Miami. They technically play in Miami Gardens, and that's
true.
But like it's kind of like Paradise, because technically the Las Vegas Strip isn't in Las Vegas. It's actually in Paradise, Nevada, which is literally a part of Las Vegas. So that one is kind of like a wishy-washy one.
Is the Commanders one of them?
The Commanders actually play in Landover, Maryland.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they play in DC, obviously, or a lot of people say Virginia, which is right there, but yeah, it's actually Landover, Maryland. So that would leave.
Should have
got one left.
I think I know it. Colin, you can take your shot.
Drew Brees still on the board here.
I know Atlanta plays in Atlanta because I've been to that stadium.
Flex on us. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, humble brag. Been on the field.
Go Detroit, Colin.
Used to be, you know.
Little you guys know, Detroit Lions actually play in Grand Rapids.
I mean, I feel like we're not counting the Carolina Panthers because they don't have a real city, and same thing with New England. They're not a city.
Yeah, not counting those. I'm also not counting Arizona because they play in the state of Arizona. But
yeah,
fair.
I always forget about that.
This was specifically a city. They play in a specific city that is outside their team name.
I really don't know.
I think I might know.
I think I got it, Colin.
Give me a little bit longer. I'm running.
Yeah.
through
Okay.
Colin gets this. I'm actually gonna be pretty shocked.
Is it a similar situation to the Cowboys and like the Texans don't actually play in Houston?
Well, they don't play in Houston. They play outside of Dallas, in Arlington. But no, I'm not gonna lie. This might make me sound.
I meant the Houston Texans don't play in Houston, dumbass.
I don't want to. This is gonna sound stupid. And I don't want to give it away, but when I heard this, I thought that the name of the place that they play was like associated with the stadium. I didn't realize it was a separate city. If that makes sense.
Let Dallas guess.
I think Dallas had it.
Yeah, it's the Buffalo Bills play in Orchard Park.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Orchard Park was a city. I thought Orchard Park was like
I thought that was the name of the stadium for a long time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I thought like they say the Meadowlands. I believe the Meadowland is like by East Rutherford, but like it's not. You know what I mean? I definitely thought Orchard Park had something. I mean, honestly, I kind of thought Orchard Park was like where the stadium was in the city of Buffalo. I didn't realize it was a separate city in itself. But yeah, those are the 8 teams.
I will say, Donnie, that was good trivia. It was very unique. It was something,
not
honestly,
bad.
you always think about that that a lot of teams do that, and it is very weird. I'm glad Detroit is not one of them, and the Detroit doesn't
Amen.
play in we don't play in like what's one of the rich cities outside of Detroit?
Auburn Hills.
Auburn Hills is one of the big ones. Yeah, so that's a good trivia. That was
mean-
that was an interesting trivia.
For a while, they weren't in Detroit.
Yeah. Pontiac. Let's go.
Let's go
I also had
Silver Dome.
another one, but it wasn't NFL specific. But maybe I'll do that one next week.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Fourth and Wrong Podcast. We will see you guys next week. Enjoy week 6 of the NFL season. We are closely approaching on halfway through the season. It seems like yesterday we just started. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.